Let's go now back down to ringside. Our friend Chris Mannix with a special guest. Chris.
Thanks, Gennady. Only 8 months ago, you were here in Las Vegas. You took a tough loss to Canelo Alvarez. How hard was that loss to put behind you?
I don't feel I'm not lost. This is judges. Right now I feel experience. I had experience, good experience. I still smart. I still more smart for this time.
So Gennady Golovkin gets booed at the Canelo Alvarez-Daniel Jacobs fight. Every time the camera landed on Triple G, the entire arena started to boo Triple G. And the question I have to ask is, did Gennady Golovkin lose his fan base? Because if you watch the fight, you would notice that the majority of that crowd was Mexican Americans. Okay. And as you know, Triple G's fan base is the Mexican American. That's who buys him. That's who he sells himself to. And when they put the camera on him yesterday in that arena with all those Mexican Americans and Mexican fans and Canelo Alvarez fans, as soon as they put the camera on Triple G, they started to boo him. So has Triple G lost his fan base by splitting with Abel Sanchez? This is the question I asked previously before on other videos. Can Gennady Golovkin still sell himself as Mexican style without Abel Sanchez? Okay, so him doing this trainer split has caused a rift or a shift in his fan base. So the question is, can Gennady Golovkin still pull the crowd like he used to, being that the majority of the people who support Gennady Golovkin and buy his fights and like his fights is Mexican Americans? It's a very interesting question, and it was shocking when I was watching the fight. Like, I thought maybe they seen somebody else, or maybe it was somebody he was standing next to, but no, it was clearly Triple G. They clearly booed Triple G several times. So it's in question whether he'll still have the same fan base. Will he still have the same kind of viewership? And, will he still get the same numbers? And is he going to be worth his weight in gold with that $100 million DAZN deal? Because as of right now, Gennady Golovkin's fan base has betrayed him or abandoned him or just flat out don't like him. It's crazy because the Mexican fan base is hella dedicated and they're hella supportive. And you see, even when you drop one of their own, they will turn against you. So that goes back to prove my point that Abel Sanchez gave Gennady Golovkin an identity. He gave him a fan base to sell to. And he was able to do that because Abel Sanchez himself was Mexican. Abel Sanchez could sell him as Mexican and say Mexican style because he was Mexican. That was off the back of Abel Sanchez. That's another thing that I tried to explain. Without Abel Sanchez, he can't sell that Mexican thing. And that's the question I asked. Can he still sell as Mexican style without Abel Sanchez? And obviously the question is no. Obviously. It's a no. He can't do it. So how Triple G career ends up beyond this, who knows? They might just forget about it and smooth it over once he start winning fights and knocking people out in devastating fashion. Maybe not. But it just goes to show you the loyalty in the boxing game, especially when it comes with the loyalty of fans and supporting their countrymen or just supporting people who come from their same background or culture or ethnicity or whatever. It's serious with them. But Triple G has to go back and question how he's going to approach selling himself now. Abel Sanchez was more than just a trainer. He was an angle for Triple G to sell himself. It was actually a perfect match. It really was. It was actually a perfect match. But I understand what Triple G's saying. Triple G saying, I want to grow. I want to learn more. Abel Sanchez ain't teaching that. He got to do what he got to do as a professional. You know, that's just how it is. There's loyalty and there's business, you know. And once again, I got to quote Leon Muhammad. It's not personal. It's just business. You know, and Abel Sanchez running around trying to make their relationship seem like it was something more deeper than what it was. And Gennady Golovkin like, no, the fuck it wasn't, man. You know, this one thing I got to say. Him and Abel Sanchez is greedy. I wouldn't trust Abel Sanchez. Just look at Abel Sanchez's face. Does that look like a face you could trust? Hell no. But him and Gennady Golovkin is greedy. And Gennady Golovkin say, hey, you know, this is boxing. I love boxing. I love fan of sport. Gennady Golovkin is not no fan of boxing. He's not. He only boxes from a business standpoint. Gennady Golovkin has proved that over again, over again, over again. How many times you Golovkin say, oh, you know, guys, you know, this is my job. I don't care. I just got to beat who they got in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Gennady Golovkin doesn't care about like boxing like he pretends. You know what I'm saying? He really doesn't care about boxing. It's just strictly about money for him. And that's the same thing with Abel Sanchez. So they both greedy. But he has some shit to think about, because it's obvious that Triple G has lost his fan base. I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Let me know. Bruce Vane, I'm out.